Good evening, guys. So I hope we're doing well. So going back 10 months, I couldn't manage 2 or 3 days clean and sober. Cocaine, alcohol, other extremely toxic behaviors. I was in a terrible place, probably a couple of months away from dying. That was the reality of it. Now I'm just over 10 months clean and sober. Today, I'm just going to talk about the 2 main pillars of sobriety that have helped keep me clean and sober the last 10 months and are still helping me now. Now, the first thing would be all the surface level or foundational changes that I had to make. These are things like relocating to a completely different area, cutting out all toxic circles. For me, that involved moving all the way to New Zealand because I was in such a bad spot, so deep in trouble. I needed a totally fresh start, and that's what it gave me. That's what it's given me. Things like removing social media, getting myself into good routines, waking up on time, going to bed on time. All this stuff sounds incredibly simple, but when you're in a really dark place with addiction, all of these habits just go out the window. There's no structure, no routine. So the first thing was for me starting to develop proper routine, going to the gym at a certain time, healthy meals, all this kind of basic stuff that is essential for recovery. But this stuff is not enough to keep you clean and sober longer term. These are all really surface level changes, and these are all the changes that I did try to make when I was back in my old country, but it was very, very difficult, and I ended up kept relapsing, falling back into old circles. My environment was incredibly toxic. So when I got to New Zealand, I was able to make all of these changes. And this will lead on to the second pillar of sobriety, the main one, emotional sobriety. And this is what has kept me clean and sober the last 10 months. The first pillar, all the on the surface changes, that's given me the space and time to start developing emotional sobriety. And what I mean by that is learning to sit with feelings whilst I'm clean and sober, not relying on substances and behaviors to take away difficult emotions, which is what I was doing for years and years. The minute a difficult situation would come up, say maybe relationship problem, something didn't quite go my way at work, or straight away I reached for the alcohol, the cocaine, the toxic behaviors, because I was incapable of sitting with difficult feelings, difficult emotions. And that emotional sobriety, what I'm speaking about, is the most important thing. I think without it, I wouldn't be able to stay clean. I'd continue relapsing because I wouldn't be learning to sit with myself and sit with those feelings. And as well, when you start to do this, you're going to be able to start to find out who you are as a person without all these substances. Learning to sit with difficult feelings and asking yourself, who am I when I take away all these toxic behaviors, these substances? And that is the most difficult part of sobriety. Unfortunately, just changing routines, deleting dealers' numbers, all this type of stuff really isn't enough on its own to maintain sobriety. If you've got a serious problem, it's not going to be enough. You're going to have to do a lot of inner work on yourself and find out who you are as a person and who you want to be as a person without these behaviors and substances. Guys, if any of this stuff resonates with you at all on your own journey, please subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be posting content twice a week, talking about addiction recovery, talking about my own personal journey, tips and advice that I can offer as well. So much appreciate you watching the video, guys. Have a great evening. Thank you.